Now we're going to explore some interesting ways in which behaviors and sounds and attributes and temporal semantics all come together to give us some uh, power for organizing musical sounds. And this is the topic is logical stop time, which allows us to decouple the logical end of a sound, or anyway, the notion of duration, from the physical end of the sound, which is, you could think of it as the articulation of a sound in music. So let's just look at this example. Here we have some function calls named set logical stop, and it's kind of a long name, and these are be called within a sequence. So what we're going to do is make the sequence of OSC C4, OSC E4, OSC G4, and so on. But we are evaluating those in the context of set logical stop to point 1. So here's what happens. We do what seek does, which is evaluate the first behavior at the current start time of the environment. So that would be this time over here. And when that sound comes back, the resulting sound, if you remember, has not only a stop time, but a logical stop time. And so what this set logical stop does is it changes the nominal logical stop time from 1, which is also the physical stop time, changes it from 1 to 0.1, because that's the parameter we pass in. So now the logical stop time is 0.1 right here, and the time at which seek evaluates the next behavior is not the actual ending of the sound, but the logical stop time of the sound. So the next sound is going to line up with the logical stop of the previous sound. The third sound will start at the logical stop time of the second sound, and so on. So these sounds are going to be highly overlapped. Notice here I've illustrated the physical stop time is way over here at the end of 1 second. And let's play that. Okay, we've heard that before. Now let's talk about scores. So we've seen scores already. To evaluate a score, you evaluate each sound expression with a start time and a stretch factor. These are these values that are in the score. So here's the basic syntax or a template for a sound expression, sound event in a score. We have a start time, a duration, and an expression. So we can now talk about what does that mean in terms of our temporal operators. What this means is we evaluate the instrument applied to the parameters as a function call or a behavior instance under an environment where we have stretched by the duration and we have shifted by the start time. And notice that we can't flip the stretch and the at. If we can rewrite stretch by duration and then shift by start as shift by start divided by duration, stretch by duration. If that doesn't make sense, think about what a stretch factor is going to do to a start time here. Let's summarize some things we've been talking about. Sounds have start times, logical stop times, physical stop times, and of course, samples. Functions are evaluated in an environment. The environment is dynamically scoped, meaning it's inherited across function calls, and the environment can be modified by transformations, most importantly, stretch and shift transformations. Once you evaluate in this environment context and return a sound, the sounds are immutable, And we talked about SIM and seek as control constructs and how they interact by modifying the environment, evaluating behaviors, and then forming the sum of their results.